right, good afternoon, everyone. I bring you greetings from Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Bosun Tijani. I lead Africa's largest technology innovation hub. Today, I'm going to start with a little story about two young men who used to be consultants in the UK working for innovation consulting firms. In 2010, these two young men decided to return back to Nigeria with one purpose, which is to set up a platform. The essence of the platform was that they would leverage networks, relationships, and partnerships all over the world to help young people in Nigeria who believe that they can create solutions to problems for the whole world. When they started, people back in their country, Nigeria, appreciated what they came to do, but they got support from the most unlikely places. The Sainsbury's Family Trust in the UK invested money into their platform, but not only money, introduced them to people all over the world who shares the same ideas and perceptions with these two young men. If you fast forward to today, CC Hub now provide opportunity for a lot of young people who are building businesses, both social and for profit, that are changing the landscape across Africa. With this story, I offer you a new proposition on how to build wealth and prosperity, not only for Africa, but also for France and the rest of the world as well. And I'll take you on a journey. I want you to come on a journey with me. I need you to explore with me the role of trade in development. Trade, as we all know it, is the source of strength for any society. Trade is where growth comes from, right? Trade is how society develops. Trade is how we feed and support our people. Trade is how we protect our future. And I think if you agree with me that this is important, then you begin to see that trade has been important for how Africa builds relationships with the rest of the world. And most importantly, Africa and France. The relationship between Africa and France is situated around trade. And if we all agree on this point, perhaps you can then see why imbalanced trade has serious implications for society. When there's an imbalanced trade, particularly around a continent or a bunch of countries, the country will struggle to be able to energize its people. The country will struggle to be able to provide for its people. But I think the most important thing that we all need to note is that the country will struggle to contribute to the rest of the world as well. And imbalanced trade is, as such, not only a problem for Africa, but it is actually a problem for the whole world because it limits Africa's opportunity to contribute to the rest of the world, most importantly. And this is why I'm proposing that for us to truly develop Africa, we need to see partnerships and relationships as the core of how value is created. Africa is not going to be different, and I'm speaking to both Africans and non-Africans. In the world we live in today, for Africa to develop, we will need to partner with people all over the world. We have to be thinking of a system that helps to blend the fresh energy of the continent with the expertise of well-meaning countries and organizations all over the world. This is a system that helps our partners all over the world to capture value from Africa, and that may sound really negative. When you partner with Africa, this sort of system should give you the opportunity to benefit from your partnership. But most importantly, it is also a system that should give Africa the opportunity to retain value for its own development as well. And this is why today I call this system a distributed innovation system. For Africa to develop, we have to be intentional about a system that helps local people create and capture value while also giving opportunity for our partners to also benefit. The story I've just narrated is not new, right? This is the story of the emerging digital and creative industries in Africa. It's a renaissance that is led by a new generation of entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs are open to meaningful but also mutually beneficial relationships. This is the story of Lifebank, a company in Nigeria. This is the story of Taylor, a furniture company in Nigeria. This is the story of Flutterwave, which is now a unicorn, a payment company that is serving countries across Africa. This is the story of Kobo 360, a Kenya company. This is the story of Payday, a fintech company that is based in Rwanda. This is the story of Zipline, an American company that came to Rwanda and uses drones to distribute bloods and medical supply all over the country. This is the story of Anaco. This is the story of Maven Records. All these companies and many other companies founded by individuals are building the digital infrastructure of Africa. And it is important to mention this. The future is rooted in digital, and the future of Africa is already being built by people who are looking for meaningful relationships. This is the story of the organization that I run, which now operates in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Rwanda, but also moving on to Namibia, to Botswana, and probably Francophone African countries very soon. This is a movement. Most of the people in the room today are business people, both from Africa and France. It is why I invite you to join this movement. Help to rethink the relationship between Africa and France. Let us build systems that not only capture value for one side of the equation, but a system that gives Africa the opportunity to develop. Because when Africa develops, it creates more market for you to actually sell and make money from your invention. And when we do this, it is the only way we can all sustainably prosper together. And I also like to say our destiny is tied together. You can hardly avoid Africa, and Africa can hardly avoid Europe. I'd like to end by quoting something Kofi Annan once said. And he said, more than ever before in human history, we share a common destiny. We can master it only if we face it together. He said this in the context of the United Nations, but this is true for the world that we live in today. We are all in this together, and we need to work together to ensure a future for our generation, but also the generation to come. This is the only way we can capture the best of our shared humanity for the good of many, not just the good of a few people. Thank you so very much for listening.